Ja, moin, mein Name ist Elder willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Und auf diesem Kanal heißen wir immer gerne neue Souls-like willkommen. Und deswegen schauen wir uns heute Enotria The Last Song an. Und zwar hat da IGN ein Hands-on von 6 Minuten gehabt oder hochgeladen eher. Ich glaube, das Hands-on war ein bisschen länger. Hands-on with Sunny Souls-like.
Style can go a long way for an action game, where looking good is just as important as being good. Enotria The Last Song got that message loud and clear, leading with remarkable landscapes and avant-garde costumes to dress up its largely Soulsborne-like combat fundamentals. I love some good Souls-like clash and bang as much as the next gamer, but I'd be lying to you if I
Ja, ich
said I
liebe die
wasn't
auch.
ready for something new to the genre. Enotria, at least in theory, agrees with me there. And though my hands-on time was a great introduction to some bold new attempts to bring true combat classes and flashy special abilities
Ist
to
wirklich
the
sehr
very
hell, das
familiar
Spiel, oder?
system, it's still a bit too early to know just how show-stopping they are.
Okay,
Enotria
Jared
checks
Green.
all of the Souls-like boxes. It has stamina-regulated combat with different weapons sporting various weights and animations, the greatsword being my favorite.
Ja,
It has
Großschwerter
dangerous
beste.
enemies of various shapes and sizes, including jerky mini-bosses and a truly mean boss. Collect
Morte.
souls that can be used to upgrade your character, so long as you don't get killed, drop them, and
Italienisch?
fail to retrieve them before getting killed again. You'll activate bonfires that serve as checkpoints and rest stops between legs of a sometimes stressful adventure.
Oh.
If you played any of these in the past decade or so, you'll know that these are as basic to the subgenre as boost pads are to kart racers.
Ich habe vorher ein
So what
bisschen
does it do
gegoogelt. Das
differently?
wurde schon
Well,
mal auf
Pinta,
der Tokyo
the
Game
city of
Show
aggressively jovial
2022
revelers that I skulked
angekündigt,
through
aber
during
das
the
haben
demo
wir
is
total
unlike any
verpasst.
city I've seen in the Souls games or otherwise. Bright and colorful tapestries and foliage drape down the walls of rustic Tuscan townhomes and match the vibrant costumes of the city's denizens.
Ja, stimmt, wie das erzählt
The
aber
sun
es ist wirklich sehr
shines,
bunt und
adding a
hübsch und
sparkle to the
schöne
surrounding sea.
Kostüme.
On the outskirts of the city, fields of yellow sunflowers sway in the breeze. Sandy
Sonnenblumen im
beaches collide with stark
Souls-like?
greenery.
Was geht
It's
hier
like
denn?
Enotria developer Jayama Games saw Blighttown and said, let's do the exact opposite of that. Mixed with the story with heavy theater themes, it seems everyone is trapped in a reality-wide stasis where everyone believes they're playing roles in some massive stage production, and there's a lot to chew on aesthetically.
Master of comedy, improv performer, and traveling bard.
The zone I played through was full of roads less taken to wander down, but it was hard to determine how rewarding wandering into these nooks and crannies really is, since most of them featured enemies whose souls I couldn't spend on anything or items I couldn't use in the scope of this playtest. Rarely were there surprises waiting for me that were interesting in and of themselves. That said, there are more than a few instances where a glyph, seen hovering over the ground or floating in the air, could be activated by touch or Kirk Franklin-style stomp to temporarily create new paths.
Okay, also, in der Demo hat er jetzt ein paar Wege gefunden, neben dem Hauptweg. Die waren aber nicht sehr rewarding, weil da gab es nur Seelen oder Gegenstände, wo er nichts von kaufen konnte. Jetzt hat er gerade erklärt, dass das wohl das Pendant vielleicht zu den unsichtbaren Mauern ist. Wobei so unsichtbar ist das nicht, aber man stampft auf diese Bodenglyphen
Some of
und
these changes were
schon wird ein
straightforward,
neuer
like adding a bridge
Weg
where there clearly used to
frei.
be one so you can progress through the main path. But some were more encouraging from an exploration sense, as they could
Oh,
add
man kann
paths to
springen.
formerly unreachable caves or completely rearrange a building I was in. Though combat is largely familiar, there are aspects of it that are unique to Enotria. Firstly, masks give the player
Mask of Change. Damage dealt by heavy attacks is increased by 10%. Okay. Was haben wir denn? Equipment haben wir ein bisschen. Eine Haupt- und eine Nebenwaffe. Dann, ich nehme mich mal kurz raus. Nur meine Maus. Hat er hier irgendwas in seinem Arm? Lines. Das ist, glaube ich, hier das Digitalzeug auf dem Controller. Eine Armbrust. Irgendwas zu werfen. Huh.
there are different sets of traits that require you to switch up your
Battle Fever. Feeding an enemy increases physical damage. Das.
play style in order to get the most out of their strengths.
Sind
For
das.
example, the Mask of Change was heavy attack focus, giving you bonus damage when you connected with them. And other more tricky perks like increasing the stamina cost to dodge, but making your next attack right after a dodge stronger. The other available mask, the Piercing Wit Mask, centered heavily around using your special attacks, called Mask Lines, and gaining bonus effects afterwards. I
Ja.
really
Ja, okay. Die Masken haben eine Hauptfähigkeit und geben dir 4 mal mehr, mal
like that
weniger
these differences felt so
gute
stark.
Perks
It really
dazu,
reinforced a
die
sort of
anscheinend
class
pflichtmäßig
system that
sind.
most Souls-likes barely commit to.
Passive
Without a
Fähigkeiten.
dedicated blocking option or any reliable ranged options
Oh
to
ja,
speak
okay.
of,
Die
Mask
Fauna
can
ist,
really
die
only
Flora
do
ist auch
so
sehr
much
schön.
to spice up what is ultimately an aggressive, parry-heavy melee action game, the likes of Lies of P or Taimiji.
Oh,
Mask
okay. Lies
lines
of
are
P
an
und
interesting touch
Taimisia
as
wurden
well.
genannt.
These appear like customizable special moves, but it's unclear if they're locked to certain masks, or if you can pick and choose any of the abilities you want, no matter what the loadout. The most handy was the Dart Overachi, which materializes a crossbow to snipe enemies. You can't
Jetzt-
just use these at
oh.
will, though. You
Benutzt
have
er
to
gar nicht mit
charge them up
digital,
by
benutzt er
landing
mit,
attacks on enemies. Each
mit
mask line
L1
charges a different race,
oder
so
LT,
you
wie
may
es da
end
jetzt
up
gerade
with
steht.
some ready before the others, but
Nee,
they
LT
stay
ist
ready
unten,
until you
ne?
use them.
Oh, ich bin kein Xbox-Kind.
That is,
Ich
unless
glaube,
you
T
switch
ist unten
masks
der
at any
Trigger und
time,
LB ist
which
oben der
sends the mask
Bumper.
lines on all of your loadouts back to zero. This is a pretty big bummer when compounded by the fact that the enemies you'll likely want to use these powerful blows on are serious tough guys. You're likely not going to want to risk your health and items grinding smaller, but still credible threats simply to charge up your best shots.
Ja gut,
It feels extra aggressive
okay.
when you're
Das
stuck
ist
at
aber
a
das
checkpoint
Souls-like-System,
right in front of a
ne?
boss.
Wer
If
darauf
they're
nicht
giving you
steht, dass man Sachen
trouble,
verliert,
which
wenn
I
man
assume
stirbt,
they will
dann.
if the rest of the bosses are like this guy, then you'll be climbing uphill before you get the opportunity to even the odds with a big maneuver. Is Enotria the last song the next great innovation in the Souls-like? I don't know yet, but it's amazing how some sun and color can make the slower-paced dungeon crawling that the genre is known for feel brand new. Activating environmental puzzles to reveal alternate routes or secrets has a lot of potential for fun exploration opportunities. Masks serving as de facto classes thanks to their proprietary groups of traits and bonuses help encourage different kinds of play, but maybe not different enough. And the mask line special abilities really spice
Moment.
play classes thanks to their proprietary groups of traits and
Gucken wir jetzt hier
bonuses
mal
help
unten links.
encourage different kinds of
Die kann er on the fly jetzt hier mit dem Digital-Button wechseln. Jetzt hat er die mit dem
play,
goldenen.
but maybe
Ja.
not different enough.
Jetzt hat er
And
nämlich
the
eine
mask
andere
line
Maske
special
auf.
abilities really spice combat up, but require you to already be doing well in order to get access to them. Enotria will have plenty of time to rehearse for showtime between now and when it hits the big stage next year. For more on the latest Souls-likes, don't miss our review of Lies of P, as well as our recent hands-on preview
Ja,
of
mach mal Werbung. Macht mal Werbung für euch. Ich habe noch ein paar mehr Sachen rausgesucht zu diesem Titel. Wir gehen zurück ins Chatting-Fenster. So, das war das. Wir gehen jetzt nämlich auf, wie hat er es genannt? Giama. GiamaGames.com. In-game. Who we are. Giama Games started its journey in Milan. Tatsächlich Italy. September 2019. Bla bla bla. Mit weniger als 12 Leuten. So. Im Moment arbeiten die an einem Double A. Hallo? Ein AA. Kein Triple A, ein Double A-Projekt. Genannt Enotria The Last Song. A Souls-like genre RPG that embraces the Italian flavor, reproduced into an extremely diverse world with dynamic gameplay. Ja, danach sah das doch aus. Nach einem sehr bunten, schönen, italienischen, anscheinend, Souls-like. Game Releases, die haben. Das ist auf jeden Fall ein Handy-Game. Das habe ich mir schon durchgelesen. Highball Rush heißt das. Und Matchy Catch haben die rausgebracht. So, wir gehen jetzt hier auf Highball Rush und ich weiß nicht, was ich davon halten soll. Ist auf jeden Fall umsonst, okay. Schauen wir uns noch Matchy Catch an. man soll ja das Buch nicht nach dem Cover beurteilen, ne? Aber wenn das der Souls-like-Entwickler sind, weiß nicht. Weiß nicht. Aber ich gebe denen den Benefit of the Doubt. Äh, hier haben wir die PlayStation-Page. Da packen wir es mal auf die Wunschliste. Die Steam-Page packe ich euch auch noch in die Description rein, unten in die Beschreibung. Also ja, ich bin immer offen für neue Souls-Likes. Ich muss aber immer noch Wolong Fallen Dynasty spielen. Thymesia habe ich nicht gespielt, was sie da genannt haben. Lies of P, was jetzt gerade frisch raus ist, habe ich nicht mal gekauft. Das Problem bei dem Genre ist, wenn es so bockschwer ist, schafft man gar nicht 5, 6 Stück im Jahr davon zu zocken, so viel wie kommen. Naja, mein Name war Eldanirito. Das war Enotria, The Last Song. Das war kein Italienisch, aber ciao bella.